Hello, my name is Clara Boanova and I am Sales Manager at m&opartners. I hope that you and your family are safe and healthy. Welcome to our Technical Thursday. Every Thursday, 10 a.m. local time, we receive a different partner to present their solution for maritime and oil and gas industries. Today, we have Hansen with vacuum packing of immersion suits, saving cost and improving quality. I would like to introduce you to our presenter, Torbjörn Svensson, who has been employed in the maritime business for 20 years in project and sales areas. He is key account manager at HANSEN Protection since 2014. He is responsible for the shipping and offshore market in Asia and Pacific, South America, and Canada. After the presentation, we'll have some minutes for question and answers. I hope you all enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you, Clara. Yes, my name is, as Clara said, Torbjörn Svensson, and I'm the key account manager for HANSEN Protection. Your last line of defense. The last thing you put on is an immersion suit, and that's why we say it's your last line of defense. HANSEN Protection is a pretty old company. We was founded in 1877 by Sea Captain Helly Hansen, and since 1932 we have been in the maritime business. Since 1976 we have been developing and manufacturing survival suits for different occasions, helicopter transport, to offshore personnel, and for everything, everybody who works at sea. We also have other branches within our organization, but the main business is, as per se, the maritime business. We have several of certifications, onshore, offshore, for everything you can imagine. So if you are looking for anything particularly, just send us an email, and then you can have all the certificates linked to our products. Immersion suits. I will start to talk about immersion suit first, and then we will go over to the vacuum packing options. As you can see, we have a this is just a small range of our products. And I will start with the Sea Echo, because one of the Sea Echo products, immersion suit that we are selling most and vacuum pack most, is this model, the Sea Echo. This is a basic immersion suit. It's a 6-hour approval with SOLAS. Of course, it's of neoprene, this flame retardant, it's easy donned, and everything that you the most basic thing you need of an immersion suit. This basic model you have to use along with a life jacket. And also, when we vacuum pack this particular model, we can vacuum pack it for like 10 years. And the reason why is that you need a life jacket and you need more buoyancy. And at the life jacket, you also have the SOLAS light. And this light have to be substituted every 50 years. And without the light, we can vacuum bag this suit for 10 years. We also develop a suit which is have the buoyancy, and this is also a basic immersion suit with buoyancy. 6 hours. The difference between this one and the the Sea Echo, the main is that we have a buoyancy pillow that do that you can use this immersion suit without a life jacket. And that's saving time, because when things are happening at sea, it's often bad weather and often rough sea, and you need the time to get into the immersion suit quick and safely. So this model, we have fitted the lifting bucket, the body line, the emergency lights, and also the whistle. Even though this is basic immersion suit, we use our technology from far more sophisticated and advanced suit we use the same technology. So we have pretty much the same zippers, the same technologies for that one, and also for the boots. You can see it on this presentation, but the boots have flame retardant materials. It's a rubber sole, and it has an anti-slippery pattern on it. So this is actually a quite good immersion suit for a reasonable price. This is actually my best sellers. And we can also vacuum pack this, but even because we have the light, we have to reduce the vacuum packing service time for 5 years. The Sea Nordic is I will think the best immersion suit that is that comes for the standard Solus market. This model we sell for offshore installations, we sell it for fishing boats, we sell it for practically anyone who wants a quality suit. There is a bit more features here than the basic suits. There is an extra layer of fabric around the neoprene to make it more wear and tearable. It's also fitted with a spray shield, which is protecting you against water in the face, rough seas and everything like that. And also it's protecting you against picking birds. So what's the most special thing about this suit is that in the neck area there is a air cushion, and if you can see we have a air hose, and you can breathe in there to fill the air cushion. And when you fill the air cushion, you do three things. First of all, you upright your position in the water to get higher. Second, you get better thermal protection. And the third thing is that you will press your face against the face seal, and that makes the immersion suit extremely watertight. So that water don't come in. It's essential for your survival time. This is a 6-hour suit, but if you took the tests in the Solus and put the people lying there, it probably do the requirements for about 10 hours, I will believe. But the Solus only says 6 hours, so it's a 6-hour suit. This one we also have do the vacuum packing option for all offshore companies, and with the Shell company and Shell rigs and offshore facilitation in Norway, also Equinor and etc. They have suits like this vacuum bag for 30 years, and we are still approving them because the quality is much higher when we vacuum pack it. We also have 3 different certifications for the Solus suits. We have the Russian approval, we have the Transport Canada, and also the Solus. We also have a nylon suit, and this is a very, very good and high quality suit. The nylon fabric is very retardant for wear and tear, and it's a amazing quality. Actually, my biggest problem is that my clients, they don't swap them out. They take service for it forever because there's nothing wrong with them. So this is actually the cheapest suit to own during a long period, because there is very few repairs on it, and so on. You can also vacuum pack this model. The main target for the clients who are using this is the fish for fishery, because if they get unlucky, the nylon fabric is very easy to clean. As the neoprene suits, they are hollow, and if you get mud into them, it's harder to get off stains and things like that. So this is a model that I've been producing for a few years now, and we have really good feedback from our clients for this model. Then I'm going to talk about work suits and exposure suits. So we at HANSEN Protection, we have this new suit concept right now. We are pre-shaping all our work suits, and we call it freedom of movement. And this is a principle that makes it much easier to work in these suits. These suits are built for movement, and also you can imagine that a normal suit, a boiler suit or a coverall or something like that, if you work with your hands over your head, you will carry all the weight from the suit over your head. So if a suit is like 3 kilos, you have 3 kilos extra load when you're working over your head. But this suit, our new work suits, are sewn with the arms upwards, so you don't get the weight from the knees and up. So actually it's very good ergonomics in this one. So my first freedom of movement work suit is the Sea Wind Mark II. This is a Gore-Tex suit. It's breathing. It comes with socks, so you can put your own footwear on it, but it's totally watertight. It has a hood in the back of in a pocket on the back, and this makes everything easy to put on a helmet. There is loose gloves in the arms, and as a lot of pockets and thing you can put stuff in. So it comes in various sizes from extra small to XXL. So we have a lot of sizes, so you get a perfectly fitted suit. This particular suit has a number of certifications, and we have done some testing, and now we have a new certificate saying that if you put a life jacket on, you also have a fully insulated 6-hour suit. As you can swap this one for use this one as an immersion suit. We also have an EASA and ETSO approval for this, so you can use this as a helicopter transport suit, but then you have to put on a helicopter life jacket. And if you zip out the inner lining, you can use this as an anti-exposure suit with a 1-hour protection. If you put the liner in, you will have a 4-hour suit, but it's tested according to SOLAS for 6 hours. Now we have a further development of this. we have developed this. This has a diagonal zipper, the Seawind 3. It's easier, much easier to done. It's we have done some with the protection over the sleeves and over the boots, and it's a fantastic suit to wear because it's easier to fit in. We have this new invented adjustable neck seal. That meaning that everyone can put on the suit for it, so that will fit. Because someone has a small neck, and I myself has a wide neck, so it's no problem for if you are the same size. If one is skinny and one is more chubby like me, the neck seal will fit them because it's easy to fit. And also, if you are not in an exposed situation, you can loosen the adjustable neck seal so that you the suit will ventilate much better. Then we have this one, the Seawork. The Seawork is a work suit, a constant wear suit, and also this is made by the same principle of the freedom of movement. But this is not a Gore-Tex. This is a work suit with a nylon fabric, and this nylon fabric is extremely dirt repellent, so it's easy to clean off. So this one is also have the same certificate as the Seawind, but we don't have the ATSO. But we have the 6 hour. We can use it as a 6 hour immersion suit. You can use it as a anti-exposure suit without lining for hotter climates, and you can use it as an anti-exposure suit with lining for colder areas. And this one is now becoming very popular in the Antarctica and also in the Arctic areas, because this is a multi-purpose suit. You can change. You can change the liner. You can zip it easily, zip it in and out. If there are several people in different shifts that using the same size and the same suit, then you can zip out the inner lining, put it in the washing machine at 40 degrees, and dry it and put it back. So, and this is also very nice to do, because now in this virus times and COVID-19 times, we don't want to have bacteria from your body. So this suit, you can easily zip out the inner lining and wash it. For this is a much the Sea Mob is a much easier suit. This is our clean mob suit for mob operations. It's perfect for mob boats, and it has elastic and good fit. So this is it has not the freedom of movement choice, but this is a more reasonable priced kind of suit. And this is the E300/2, the most popular suits amongst the Antarctica and the Arctica polar expeditions. It's extremely. We have produced this model for many years, and we have many clients that don't want anything else than this one. We can't stop producing it because the clients still want it. I have used it. The Seawork was supposed to replace this, but we have to go with the boat models. I will briefly go through the, we have also in our stock life jackets for standard life jackets. We have inflatable life jackets in 150 Newton to 75 Newton. We also have passenger suits for passenger voyages in Antarctica and the polar code requirements. And also this one is for if you are coming after the picked up off the sea to keep you warm. Now we're going to start talking about vacuum packing of immersion suits. And as I mentioned earlier, when we vacuum pack the immersion suits, we're going to vacuum pack it in a vacuum foil, and also outside the vacuum foil we will put a protective plastic cover, and everything is an easy tear, so we can open quickly. Why vacuum packing? You have extended service interval. Normally, service intervals is every third year, according to SOLAS. For the Sea Eco suits, we have 10 years service intervals. The Sea Eco Plus, the Nordic Arctic suits, and the E307 have 5 years service intervals. That's because of the lights. Only that's the one. That's the reason, because the lights have to be replaced according to the SOLAS every 5th year. When you should open when you're opening the vacuum packed suit, it will appear brand new. It is like you bought it yesterday, because we are creating a stable atmosphere. No water, no sun, and no bacteria. So before we vacuum pack it, we take away every risk that will start will do the deterioration for our immersion suit. So the vacuum packing also will add better value for the money. You will get no service fee for 10 or 5 years. You get no logistics costs for 5 or 10 years. You have, as I said, 100% watertight packing. We have 100% airtight packing. You will have 100% protected from sunlight. You will save cost with 10 years. We have like 66%. For the 5-year option, you will cut costs with a third. Let me show you a random client's costs. He paid 45 euros, and the totally cost for owning a suit was 7,291 euros over a 12-year period. If you vacuum bag it, the cost can be 2,430 euros. So he will save 4,861. But this is not 100% accurate, because you have to do the mathematics for each ship owner, have to do the comparison itself, because you have to take the service price you pay today, and then you have to see how many suits you have, and also you have to see how many things how many cost. You don't. That the thing I mentioned when you have a normal suit, you have to maybe do some repairs. When you vacuum bag the suits, you don't have any repairs because the suits will be perfect even after 10 years. If the seal is broken, you have to send it in for a new vacuum packing and a big check. Okay then. Do we have any questions?
Yes, we do.
Okay. What was the biggest challenge for you during the COVID-19 time? We do had some challenges for when the COVID-19 first get to China. We had some challenges with parts. And I think also now we have got control of the part situation. Everything is starting to go back to normal, and now we have if you are going to the transport costs to worldwide from us, it's especially with air transport when things is in a hurry. It's been much more expensive because there is much planes on the ground and fewer options. What is the price for Sea Echo for Europe in euro, and what is different in price in the Sea Nordic? I think you have to send us on request for quotation, and with the amount of suits, then we come back to you with a price comparison with but I can say that the Sea Nordic is twice the price at least than the Sea Echoes, but that is a much better suit. How cold water and how long time you survive with Hansen suits? Here in Brazil, we have down to 12 to 15 degrees in the water. If a helicopter goes down, we will have to be several hours in the water before rescue. Worst case, and only we have life jackets. What's your advice for helicopter safety suits? My advice will be the version of the Sea Wind 2 or 3. The Sea Wind has 6 hours in 2 degrees, so you can stay many hours in the water. If the immersion suit is correctly done, I think you can survive much longer than 6 hours in 12 to 15, because there is no test for 12 to 15 degrees, but it's 0 to 2 degrees we are testing in. So you will have to. I would reckon it's 10 hours plus as a wild guess, but I'm sure it's more than that. We have operations in the Arctics. What be the best solution, and can we work with it on? I think the best solution for a suit will be a sea work suit or a sea wind suit. it depending. The seawork doesn't have a breathing material, so it depends how dirty the operation will be. If there is a lot of oil and everything, I will go for seawork. If it's a pretty clean operation, I will go along with the sea wind 1 or 2 because they are breathing, and it's if it's really cold, I think if you are working hard and you can have some condense between the layers, if you're not breathing, and the Gore-Tex material will breathe, so you don't get icing on the inside of the suit. So it's much more. But we have sold a lot of sea wind too at the for some polar operations, and they are very satisfied because they don't get the condensation between the layers. So, but that depends how much dirt and oil and things like that it will be in your operation. What if you come underwater? Exist oxygen possible integrated? Okay. For the helicopter suits, you see in like that, then you have to fit a helicopter life jacket. And helicopter life jackets, they have 2 systems. You have a breathing lung, and also you have the emergency escape breathing tank. So, but that's it's another presentation for ATSO products only. So, but you have like 4 minutes with if you are sitting in a helicopter with a helicopter life jacket, you have like 4 minutes with air with you in the life jacket. So that's an option. Just send us some words on an email, and then we can come back to you with your pretty closer answers to your questions. Can you tell something about real emergency situations where your suits are used and prove its reliability? I think as most of my suits are used at a daily basis for at the Norwegian Coast Guards, and the Norwegian Navy has them, and the Norwegian Coastal Administration, Equinor, is using our suits for helicopters and also for immersion suits. I have a long reference list, so if you you need a reference list, please send us an email, and then we will come back to you more specific. If your vacuum pack will service window increase and it's any class or SOLAS rules talking about vacuum. This is a divided question. SOLAS says nothing about it. It says that you can follow maker's recommendation. Class societies, there are a few class societies saying about topics about this. Norwegian, the NMA says that this is okay, and actually encourages to it because the quality is much better and so on. So then they are fully approve it. We have, but we have also Transport Malta, for instance. They saying that you shall follow the SOLAS requirements even if it's vacuum bagged. You have the UK administration saying you can vacuum bag them, but then you have to have an inspection window. But then you add a factor for deterioration of the suits, and that will be sunlight, and we don't want to do that. So you have to check with your own class society if a class or national authority, if they approve this. If the national authorities approve this, everything is okay. What is the difference between an immersion suit and an anti-exposure suit? Okay, the difference between an anti-exposure suit and an immersion suit is the freeboard from the water into your nose. For immersion suit, the SOLAS says 12 centimeters, and for an anti-exposure suit, this is only, I think it's 5 centimeters. But that's why, for instance, the SeaWork, to be approved as a immersion suit, you have to put on a inflatable life jacket. There is nothing thermal about this, but you have to, since you have to add buoyancy around the neck area to have to float in the correct position, we have to put inflatable life jacket on to exceed the minimum requirements. Okay, do I need a life jacket even the suit is approved without? SOLA says that it should be a life jacket on board each vessel, or even for everyone, and that's you can't avoid that. So if you're buying an immersion suit with buoyancy, you will double it up, but in an emergency situation, you don't put on the life jacket. You have if you have an immersion suit with inherent buoyancy, you just use the immersion suit, and then you float perfectly. How long is the service interval for a vacuum-packed suit with emergency light? I think I mentioned it earlier, but because of the light is only 5 years, you have to open the suit every 5 years and put on a new light, and then we have to repack it. Okay then. To remove viruses, we need to wash over 60 degrees. What influence has 6 degree or higher washing temperature to your products? I don't have the manual right now, but it probably be okay to wash it for 60 degrees, but as a safety precaution, you could wash it on 30 degrees, and then you can add some antibacterial. We do this. We add the antibacterial in the soap. So when we wash it, we will clean out all the viruses. So I think that's the solution. We don't want to risk coloring off and shrinking of the inner lining, because then it will not fit when you retouch it. For the inner layer, you can just spray some antibac or something like that at the in the face shield and in the arms to avoid virus threat. Okay, is there any more questions?
No, that's all for the moment. So thank you so much, Torbjörn. Thank you, our audience. So every Thursday, 10 a.m., we have a different partner bring their solution. Thank you so much. See you next Thursday.